In this video, I'm going to share some opinions on the two main Scrum Master certifications so you can make an informed decision.
Hi folks, welcome back to the Everyday Agile YouTube channel with me, Jack Hughes.
If you're an organisation looking to experiment with agile ways of working, it's probably a good idea to know where to start.
What is Agile methodology? Agile with a capital A was based on 4 values, 12 principles.
We've got to where we are by having those values and principles, practices that we've learned over time in place.
Hi everyone, Jack here from Everyday Agile, and in this video I'm going to be sharing my opinions on the two main Scrum Master certifications out there so you can make a better decision to get more value from your time, money and learning experience. First and foremost, I'm not aligned with either of the organisations I'm going to be talking about, which will help me give you an impartial view. So let's get on with it. So in regards to Scrum Master certification, which after all is what this video is about, the two main options are Scrum.org and Scrum Alliance. One thing to keep in mind about both organisations is that Ken Schwaber, one of the co-creators of the Scrum framework, has had a hand in creating both organisations, and he formed Scrum.org in 2009. So let's discuss some of the main differences between the two certifications that are on offer from these respective organisations. So starting off with the name, Scrum Alliance call their Scrum Master certification the CSM, which means the Certified Scrum Master, whereas Scrum.org call their certification the PSM, the Professional Scrum Master. In terms of course attendance, with Scrum Alliance, you have to take one of their courses either virtually or face-to-face with one of their CSTs, a Certified Scrum Trainer. With Scrum.org, however, it is not mandatory that you have to partake in one of their courses with one of their PSTs, Professional Scrum Trainer. What this means is that with Scrum.org, you can pay your $150 and take the exam at any time that you want, meaning the onus is on you to do as much self-learning and self-paced learning as possible. In terms of course material, Scrum Alliance provide a bit more autonomy to their trainers, meaning the trainers can come up with their own content, where in Scrum.org, the content is consistent. Now, of course, every trainer, whether they're with Scrum Alliance or Scrum.org, will have their own flavour and their own way of doing things, but the content will potentially be more consistent with Scrum.org if that is of value to you. If you're not too bothered, then it won't make a difference. Now, in terms of exams, we'll start with the Scrum Alliance. Now, this is taken from their website as of August 2022. So in order to pass your CSM, your Certified Scrum Master test, you have to correctly answer 37 out of the 50 questions within the 60-minute time limit. Now, what I will say, and my job is to give you an impartial view, is I think the Scrum Alliance exam is a lot easier than the Scrum.org one. Now, in terms of the Scrum.org exam, as you can see here, you have the same 60-minute time limit, but the number of questions goes up to 80. They're multiple choice and true or false questions, and you have to score over 85% to pass this particular exam. Now again, this is just my opinion, but I do think the Scrum.org exam is a lot harder than the Scrum Alliance one. I suppose you could say that they've lowered the barrier of entry in terms of you can just go on and do the exam, but the bar is set a bit higher in terms of exam difficulty and what you really need to do in order to pass this exam. Hence why you would need to do a lot of learning to prepare yourself to do this exam. Now, my advice would be to research the trainer as well as the course and the organisation. Whether you decide to go with Scrum Alliance or Scrum.org, the trainer is key. Without being too weird, do as much homework as you can on that individual as possible. You want someone who's going to add value to your learning experience. But if you're someone who likes to hear stories, who likes to ask questions, who likes to have that contextual experience, you may want a trainer who is doing some hands-on work as well as some training on the side. Both have their benefits. Like I said, it depends on what is going to provide the best learning experience for you. This is your journey, this is your course. Which leaves us with the question of, do you even need to partake in one of these courses? Now, as always, there is opinion everywhere on the internet, and you don't necessarily have to listen to mine. What I would say is, it depends what you're motivated by. If you feel like you want to extend your network, you want to hear stories from how other people are getting on, then a face-to-face or an online cohort where you will get this may be for you. If you're motivated by simply getting the tick in the box and you're quite happy to do some self-paced learning, you could pay your $150 to scrum.org and simply take that exam. But like I said, the exam is a lot harder and you may benefit from that group environment. Ultimately, folks, the certification is useless if you are not putting it into practice. It's all very well having the PSM or the CSM on your CV, but if you can't back it up with evidence, if you're not keeping the receipts on how you're implementing some of this stuff, you may have had a great learning experience, but it's not going to get you any further if you're not putting this stuff into practice. So, in summary, your two main options for a Scrum Master certification are Scrum Alliance and Scrum.org. Don't waste your time on things like Scrum Study. The Scrum Alliance call their exam the CSM, the Certified Scrum Master, Scrum.org, PSM, Professional Scrum Master. In my opinion, the Scrum Alliance exam is a lot easier than the Scrum.org exam. Research the trainer that is going to provide the best learning experience for you, and reflect on what's motivating you to partake in this learning journey in the first place. If you enjoyed this video, then it would mean the world if you liked and subscribed, and I'll see you next time.